Okay, so I'm sorry about that, but the reading, I'm working with a new phone, and forgot to cut off notifications, and I think one of the notifications sort of shut off the video. So basically, I will try to put a link to the first video. So if you're here, then you found the part two of this week's video. So I'm going to continue, and what I was kind of getting from this card as I was looking at it is that you don't want to you want to take your time. You don't want to say things that you may regret. Is the word that I was hearing before I got clipped off. So just focus on the love within you. Know that you don't have to solve everything. You don't have to respond to everything in the moment. It's perfectly fine to ask for time for yourself. So I'm just getting a sense where at the beginning of the week, Monday, Tuesday, that you want to take time for yourself. You don't want to respond to things that may come up for you. You don't have to in that moment give a react or give a response. You say, I'll think about it. If it like again, if it's a conflict, you see something brewing, just step away from that. Okay. All right. Let me just tune into this card to see if there is any additional information coming from this card. Not quite sure what I'm seeing, but I'm getting a sense of like almost something. Okay, so I get it because I felt like I was seeing something like vulnerability, and then what I really believe I was seeing is like the Milky Way. So the word that I'm hearing is cosmic, and some of what may be going on at the beginning of the week may be cosmic. Okay, something going on in the universe that may be influencing your mood, and they keep showing me a book. And so what I'm getting out of this is that there's going to be some information that's going to come up for you. So you may really want to meditate, okay? There may be some changes that you may have to consider, okay? They wrote the word by, so there may be something you may need to step away from, move on to something else, and there may be an important decision that may cause you to have to say, goodbye to a part of your life or to someone in your life. So, and that you may need some time you may really want to be kind of aware of your feelings and your truth in this situation. You want to consult with your inner light. Okay, let's move on to the next card at the middle of the week. And okay, so a better feeling, the 10 of water. So the sense is that this decision that you may feel may be one of the most difficult decisions you've ever had to make, is what I'm feeling. That after you make that decision, you're going to feel really good about yourself. You're going to feel like you've turned a new page, that you've put that behind you, and you're going to be in this place of 10, which is like starting all over again. It's it's in between. It's in between one. It's a zero number based on zero, right? So it's in between the 9 and the 1, 9 being completion and 1 being, new starts. So you're going to kind of feel like you're in that in between stage where in that moment, 0 is kind of neutral. So, this feels like a break in the middle of the week. The things are resolved, something is understood or something is healed, and you're just feeling really, really content. As this card says, you feel content, you feel a connection when they usually show a family here. We're very much connected to our families, even though sometimes our families can be our most difficult relationships, but they're familiar to us, and they give us that feeling of being at home within ourselves. So I'm getting a sense that you're just going to have this middle of the week, you're going to feel at home, you're going to feel at peace. Things are maybe going to slow down, or at least there's almost a truce, or a period of like a sort of a reprise here, where you just get some time to enjoy and take it all in. So let me tune into this card. And right away, they're showing me you're going to feel very connected. They're showing me your connection. They show me a tree. And when they show me the trunk of the tree, depending on how wide or thin it is, it tells me how connected or how disconnected you are from your spiritual awareness, your alignment. And so what they're showing me is that you're going to feel really connected. It's going to be a powerful time as they keep opening up that book, where you're going to, be able to just have a lot of information. Intuitive information is going to come through. So whatever happens at the beginning of the week, this cosmic intervention or this cosmic event is going to leave you very open and more receptive, and to information, to guidance for yourself intuitively. So I'm getting a sense that you're gonna really feel like you're a knowingness of where you're headed. Okay. All right, let's take a look at the card for the end of the week. And okay, and we have the Four of Fire. And this is an interesting card. In the traditional tarot, you see this kind of an event that's like a wedding or some kind of ceremony. It shows a picture of a very happy home. So but it's some kind of spiritual ritual has taken place here. And it's interesting that we have four at the beginning and at the end of the week, but different, completely different scenarios. So even though this card is showing rest and what we talked about, that we just have to be aware of what's going on, this card shows a spiritual transformation, and the number four is of stability, and also the angels, right? Numbers representing the angels. So just feeling that at the end of the week, that something spiritual opens up for you, and you feel now this spiritual contentment, or you're getting some kind of ideas that or something like it says here, the successful completion of a project. So that a major event, something turns out, something that you've been working on, sort of works out, and so something that you can almost celebrate or feel secure about. So you're moving towards this feeling and event of security at the end of the week. Let me just tune in to this card and see if there are any additional. Okay. So I'm just seeing like stacks of pages from a book, and it just looks like stacked higher. So the sense I'm getting is that you're going to have gained so much by the end of the week. For the weekend, there's going to be a sense of gain, and from this whatever event occurs at the end of the week. This could be related to this showing me a heart. So this could be related to something dealing with love. I'm also seeing like a birth, or like a newborn child. So this could be literal, about the about a new someone in your family, or for you, the birth of a child, or this could be about the beginning of some new love or new event taking place in your life, or starting a new project, finishing up. So maybe there's a finishing up of something, as we already see in the beginning of the week, and taking on something new is what I'm kind of getting from this. Okay, so let me take a look now at the card I pulled from the bottom of the deck, which shows us what's going on, what's influencing the week. All right, and we have the Ace of Fire. So I love this card because there's this genie here. And so what it tells me is a sense that wishes coming true or wishes being granted. So this week, there's a sense of that wishes may be granted, prayers may be answered in this week. And I think I've even said this in the beginning before looking into the cards. So this would just confirm that, and that this is going to change something in terms of your life purpose, how you feel about your life, and so this week is just really about great new opportunities. And so that's why they kept saying, pay attention and be open to what's happening around you. As you focus on your alignment, you let go of those worries, you're more available to be aware of what that is. Okay, and so let me just tune in and see if there's anything else about this reading. And really what I'm seeing is someone who's vulnerable, or my symbol for vulnerability, and walking into that, taking a turn and walking into the stability of this very large tree. So it's just showing me that your insecurities and emotional insecurities and things of this nature are going to turn into a strength, going to turn into a connection for you, that you're going to meld into your truth. Okay, you're going to start putting that behind you. Whatever was concerning you before, you're going to leave that behind, and you're going to meld into your truth. You're going to come into your power and align with the fullness of your being. Okay, so that seems like a very beautiful and powerful week ahead for you. So I thank everyone for your likes on Facebook and all of your messages that you leave here on YouTube and on Facebook. And if you have not yet joined us there, then look in the description link below, where you can go and click on it, the Facebook link. And you can also follow us on Twitter. But you can go there and like the page and discover and read through all the daily card messages that are placed there. What I believe is, when you find that card, that whatever's there, that's the right time. And I pray that for the people who are supposed to read those messages throughout all times and space. So not just to the particular day, although I do it for that day. And then, of course, continue. If you like the videos here, then subscribe and like them and share them with others that you may feel may benefit from the messages from the angels, if you're guided but in your heart to do so. And if you'd like to get an angel reading from me, or we have the Divine Roadmap, which is the angel coachings, where you can actually work through some things, and we teach you also how to do to enhance your own guidance and to do readings for yourselves or others. Then you may go to my website, theangelschool.com, which you can find in the description link as well. So I thank you for joining us this week, and I send you lots of love from my heart to yours. God bless you, and see you next week.